shit! Fucking shit! Shit!
Right.
Fucking shit, man! Oh, shit! Oh, my ass!
All right. Well, obviously somebody's being a little sarcastic about
No.
not having been.
I'm very excited to be here tonight, Daniel.
I don't know if I've mentioned this to you in the past 25 years, but your sincerity sounds sarcastic.
That's my Midwest accent.
Let's bring Game Master Spencer Crittenden out.
Game Master! Shit! Fucking shit!
All right. It was great.
Thank you.
It was good.
It was pretty good.
It was great weather tonight. It was freezing. I was walking home from the bar tonight, and it was freezing.
It was freezing outside.
It was cold out.
You were
I put on a
cold.
shirt.
So nice.
I went into the froyo.
You went into the froyo
because I was like, well,
it's warmer in the froyo. That's how cold it is.
Well, I was like, well,
I gotta get out of this Arctic chill. I better go to the frozen yogurt area.
No, because the froyo was not packed. It was deserted. Because it was so
what?
cold. That's how cold it was.
It was what?
It was deserted. Yeah, look at this guy.
Oh shit! Oh shit! We're like the lions in front of like the Chicago Museum of Natural History, right?
Yeah.
Ah, shit! That's what they're saying, right?
You want a book?
Shit! Ah! Oh, shit!
So Halloween's upon us. You must be excited. You're one of those people.
I'm one of those people that is excited. What does that mean?
Well, you like to put effort into the Halloween.
I like putting effort into the Halloween.
You make the costumes.
I make the costumes.
You're like one of those Adam Savage art school I don't know, dyslexic people.
This is true.
People that you know, like it's a big day of the year for you.
It is.
You like to go
like it.
look at me. I'm a big robot.
Dan, what are you going to go for Halloween? Are you going to dress up this year?
I am proud to say that's a decision I have never made until 3 hours before any party I go to on Halloween, and I have always done it with items in and around my neighborhood.
What is your favorite Halloween costume that you've ever done? Since knowing me.
Well, I'm not counting the ones that you made for me. You made me a Ghostbuster.
Yes.
I did. I was a Ghostbuster. That was my best Halloween costume that I ever had. I didn't make that costume.
That's true.
You made it.
I made it.
You made me a proton pack out of household objects. It looked like a proton pack.
It looked like one.
It was great.
It was good.
Great.
Yep.
So here's the thing. So you know these people...
That was the best one.
Yeah, it was. My favorite one is when I was I found that computer monitor on the street the day of Halloween. I took it home. I took all the stuff out. I put the monitor on my head. I glued Viking horns to it from a helmet. I put on a fur diaper and a tail, and I was a monitor. And it was comfortable. I could sit. I was, and all the fratty guys like at the part, because I was going out, and it was just like I looked like that was the only night of my life.
Awesome.
Like fratty guys liked me, and I won a costume contest because I kind of had like a Belushi-ish kind of like hairy appeal.
Let me just explain. You only had the furry diaper and monitor. You were shirtless.
Yeah.
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 I had a little fur cape because of my shoulder acne.
I remember that. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So
that was a good one.
So Halloween, I know. So Dino and I were just talking about this. So you know those people So when they meet you, and some of you are listening that are these people, and I've never been so certain about something. Like, I'm not a guy who like proclaims things. Like, you know me, this show is about me being old and going like, I don't know what to make of this. What do you kids think? And you're like, you're racist, and I go, you're right. Dad's racist. You know what? What is race? And they're like, you're right. Stop talking about it so much. I'm like, I talk about it too much. You kids are right. But here's something I'm absolutely certain of that I don't care. I don't care if I'm the one person on earth saying this. If you're one of those people who, when you meet somebody, if you ever hear yourself saying the words, you don't remember my name, do you?
Oh. Yeah.
I'm not going to say you're a terrible piece of shit. Because you might be doing it because you learned, you know how dogs learn to lift their leg from other dogs? Like, some dogs like spend their whole life going like that.
Yeah.
Like Harvey. And then Nigel's just like, fuck it. And then after a while, I guess they actually learn. That's not important. But you might have learned that behavior. You might have learned that by being rewarded for it. That's why I'm telling you.
Here we go.
If you're doing that, you are doing a bad thing to another
Why
person.
is it bad? I know why it's bad, but I want education to happen. Okay, so let's break it down. Okay, do you want to VR this? Should we VR it?
Wait, VR it? What,
virtual reality.
But I don't.
Veronica Robbins. What did you think?
Why would VR? We are VR. It's a show.
Okay, great. Okay, we're at a party.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're at a party.
That's role playing.
Tomato. All right. Okay, here we go.
Okay, all right. I'm at a party.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Dan.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. You don't remember me, do you?
This party's amazing. Kevin, who invited me to the party and whose name I know, did a great job hanging all these streamers. I work with him. He's my special effects engineer. I had conversations with him about his children. Kevin, his party. Dan, no.
Freeze it. What happened? Let's Hitchhiker's Guide. What happened? What happened? What happened there?
Well,
I know what happened. You know what happened. They need to know what happened.
What happened is that okay, so here's the thing, but I've been...
It's a bait and switch.
What? It's a...
Because it always starts with this face.
Yeah. Why is that a bait and switch? It seems like a bait and bait.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm using bait and switch wrong.
Yeah.
But it's entrapment is what it is.
But is it even that? It's just somebody like coming up. I mean, it's like if a cop just came up and said, "You're doing drugs. You're doing drugs. You're doing drugs. You're doing drugs." It's not entrapment.
I think it's somebody who comes up to, knows that you're not going to remember their name, and goes, "Hello, Dan." Makes it a point to say your name. Right?
Well, I'm going to go one orbit beyond that because I want to say is like, let's really break this down. So let's say someone doesn't remember your name. So how is that on them? If you're a human being and you acknowledge that memory of your name is somehow currency, then aren't you the poor one?
Yeah, it's your fault. You didn't make an impression,
right? And it's not like that would be the way. That's the way to flip it because those people push your shame button and you go, "Oh, I should remember your name." So then you want to flip it 180 degrees and go, "No, you're a piece of shit and you're unmemorable." But like somewhere in the middle there is just fucking reality. It's like who cares? Maybe I have a fucking illness. Maybe you
meet more people than the person who's complaining.
Maybe you look like my uncle. Maybe maybe my eye has a fucking like baby's finger in it.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'm in a Japanese horror movie where I got baby fingers in my eye.
Baby fingers in the eye.
Maybe an asteroid passed through the fucking Earth's orbit and like made a gas that only I'm allergic to and that only I can sense, that I can't sense. Made me forget. It doesn't matter. Why does that matter?
It doesn't matter.
When people drop their wallet on the floor, which is as much like an accident as them not knowing your name, nobody ever goes like, like everyone gets all excited and goes like, oh, hey, can I help you? I'm Tarzan now. Let me save the jungle.
Save that jungle, man.
Save it from the great white hunter of you having dropped your wallet. Aren't you thankful you met me? You're all stoked when someone drops their wallet.
Yes.
When they forget your name, you're like, ow, someone pooped their pants. But you know that you don't really think that. You know what you're thinking is, uh-oh, I pooped the pants of memorability. And it's like, and here's the thing. So this is why I've turned around on tattoos and piercings and all that stuff. Not because I'm not saying like, oh, thank you, and you're doing that for me, so I remember who you are. You're steel face or like, spider neck or whatever. But these are people who, okay, so I used to think, I was like, oh man, I don't trust you if you have tattoos. This is me 20 years ago. Everybody in the audience has fucking tattoos now. Like, and I love you all. But like, I used to, like, when they first started becoming like a thing, and I was always like, man, somebody's got like a tattoo or like a thing through their face. Like, I'm like, all I see is like somebody that's like thinking like, oh, I don't know who I am. It's like,
they don't know who.
And I'm like, I'm gonna move to California. That's who I am. I'm gonna make everybody know who I am.
Everybody will know who I am when I move to California.
But now, in this apocalypse... You're being sarcastic the whole night.
No.
This is like Ed McMahon did this to Johnny.
No.
It's like you never knew. He could never nail him down. It was just always over there going, oh, yeah.
No.
What a great job.
Everybody. I'm supporting.
And Johnny would go home and he'd go, I know that fucking asshole is fucking... I'm going to catch him. I'm
on your side. I'm on your side.
So at least if we all wake up with that feeling, oh boy, I hope people remember me. Oh, I just ran into the sixth person this week who it became clear like they had me confused with someone else. Like, I now like the person who takes that onto themselves. I'm not saying it makes them a better or worse person, but like at least I am saying it makes them a better person because they're tending their own garden. Like, I'm not saying they should do what they do, and people are going to be offended because they're going to go, I have a tattoo, and guess what? It's an expression of this. You're saying that it's because I'm an incomplete person. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like now when I see somebody who has something weird about them, like a funny hat at an angle or like a bird on their shoulder.
Yeah.
Like one boot's big and the other one's like really small.
The small boot.
Or your name your name is like Trisha, but it's spelled with 9 I's.
Yeah.
And one of them's an E, but it's called an I. I'm like, oh, this is a person who is like kind of saying like this.
I'm meeting you halfway.
They're saying like I'm making this my problem, not yours. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's not true, but I'm doing something about it by myself. I'm going down to the corner. I'm going to say, stick a needle in my face and draw a scorpion on it and like fucking like take some shit, put it up my butt and give me a tail.
You're asking people to do that to
No!
You just said I'm... Okay, I lost you with the needle in the butt. But I also started paying attention.
But the people who go like, you don't know my name, do you? So just don't do that because you might have
don't do it.
It's like a social thing where you're like, oh, I have leverage now. You don't have leverage. They're gonna everyone that you hope that would affect in your favor, like that's exactly the person that's gonna bum out the most. Like the thing that is like make that always. I always do this. Like I just go like I just be the person that says if there's even 10% of a reason to be unsure, just say, "Oh, Matt Dawson." You probably just in case you don't remember or something.
That's what I do. I always say, hey, Rob Schrab.
Rob Schrab. I don't know if you remember, or even I don't know if you remember. Is kind of like sets them up, but like we'll figure it out. But
But I do it from a point of I don't expect you to remember me because you probably have a busy day. You have children. You have a car. You have shows that you watch with other names of characters and stuff like that. That's a lot to process. So I'm saying, hey, how you doing, Rob Schraub? Oh, you remembered me. Oh, bonus for me that you remembered me.
Oh.
Make that noise more often.
So here's the funny thing. This Halloween, now watch for this. So this is why I brought this all up. It's because Dino and I were talking about this. We were talking about that topic, and then we started talking about Halloween costumes. And we started talking about the people who do like the puns. And the one that I really remember very clearly was somebody in Milwaukee that was like, he was like pitching somebody their Halloween costume in front of me, and I was just like sitting there at the bar, and he's like, this is what I'm gonna do: paint myself blue, head to toe, and look with a frame, like an empty frame. I'm gonna carry it around, and I'm making you guess, gay or New England? I just noticed because I'm trying to do an actual impression of this guy, and I'm like, wait, is he gay or is he from New England? I was like, I'm gonna have a painting frame and then tampons on strings just all around. And then he waits the 5-second pause, which is what people do when they pitch you their fucking pun Halloween costumes, and then he goes, Picasso's blue period. And yeah, because wait, what? And where in the world, what dimension is anyone going to go like, oh, God, I knew the words blue and period would be involved because you painted yourself blue, and then tampons are for periods. Did
that person ever follow through and make that costume?
I bet he didn't because he talked it out. You don't see Woody Allen being like, what if I did a drama? He's like, tippity tap, tap, tap. He doesn't give a shit if the movie's good or bad. It's like, now he's got 90 movies, so of course he has 5 great ones. Obviously I have access to grind hair.
Ooh, here we go.
Shots fired. Okay, so just give me a second. Just let me say so for a second. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. So this Halloween. So here's the thing. So you're going to be walking around, and there's going to be, of course, there's the usual amount of now aging kitty cats. Like I think that's like a baby boomer thing right now.
Kitty cats.
Yeah, kitty cats. A sexy kitty cat.
Oh, okay.
Right. And then there's this is the kind of like that. There's that whole thing. And then there's like but then there's gonna be a lot of puns, a lot of pun people. So pay attention to these pun people, these pun costume people, because Dino was telling the story about how a guy came up and he was wearing blue from the neck down, and then he had like a white cotton thing on top, and this is the thing that happens at Halloween parties. And he goes like, "What do you think?" And Dino's like, "Oh, very scary." and the guy goes, "I'm a Q-tip." And Dino's like, "Why aren't your shoes furry? And why am I having this conversation? And why is this not Riddle Day? And if it was, you're cheating like Bilbo Baggins saying, 'What's in my pocket?' Like you're not doing a good. Your fantasy is to be a Q-tip and to have people go, it's Q-tip, or." Is it? And underneath that Q-tip costume, isn't there a guy who on Monday morning at the water cooler is going to be saying, "You don't know my name, do you?"
No.
It's the same fucking guy. You just watch them. And they're reptile people. They go on Halloween and they go like, they purposely make the shitty pun costume and then they walk around and go, because they can't take one day off. Of everyone else's fault, of it being everyone else's fault that they're not memorable. That would be Halloween. Should be their fucking that should be their Achilles heel, baby, because they get to be whoever they want, and it's not their fault if you don't know them. Because if they're Fred Flintstone and you don't know, it's their fault.
They're hoping.
And I'm telling you, it's just as much their fault that you don't know they're Bob Johnson. 364 days a year. So they fucking chicken out, and they go like they make the Fred Flintstone shirt like kind of purple, and they put the tie around their shoulder so that they're like I'm Fred Flintstone after the OJ trials or something, and it's like you always think like, oh, the joke didn't land. No, reptile person.
Yeah.
Like, can't fucking cold-blooded animal. Can't fucking.
If you have to go, guess what I am? You did it wrong. Hey, yeah, you know, if you got to go, ask me what I am. You did it wrong.
Not just on Halloween.
If your
idea of a 7-course meal is a 6-pack and a hot dog,
you might have a Halloween costume. Here comes the phone. Hello, driver's license?
Yeah, and I don't know if you people are familiar with this problem, but I haven't done my left hand on my phone yet.
Oh, man.
So I have to, it's a nightmare.
You gotta bite that bullet.
I haven't scanned my left thumb yet.
You gotta scan it, man.
I know.
It takes like
it's
2
the
minutes.
Worst.
My hands are too sweaty for those things. They don't read it.
I swear, if these people knew how we really lived, it must be nice for them.
My thumbs are greasy from all those chips that I eat. I eat a lot of chips.
All right, I don't have anything else to say.
Chips are delicious. I had some chips before I came here.
All right, hey, so I think we'll do things in
hashtag chips.
Hey, Harmon.
Why would you hashtag chips?
We have a gift for you.
Oh, you have a gift? Yeah. Okay.
Is this a plant? What happened? What's going on? Does this happen every show? I should know about this stuff. I'm comptrolling.
This is the world's hottest hot sauce. It'll fuck you up, man.
Oh, no.
You should stick it up your butt. You should definitely stick it up your butt. If you don't, you're using it wrong.
No, I also gave you some toothpicks. So the whole point of the hot sauce...
It's got to be thick, then.
No. I can also come up and show you if you like. It looks like...
Wait.
Okay, all right, well, yeah, I mean, it would be weird to not bring you up now. Come on.
This is the hottest hot sauce in the world. What voice is coming out of the
sit
darkness?
in this chair if you can.
Oh, Dan, excuse me here. I've got the hottest hot sauce in the world with some toothpicks. This is encouraging behavior that is going to snowball for the rest of the show.
Yeah, if we're not careful, this
I've
show
got the
could
most
lose
poisonous poison in the world.
Here we go.
No, honestly,
What's next? Beef jerky?
This honestly shows how easy it would be to poison people.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
yeah.
Looks like a vial of poison.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at it. It looks like blood.
What's your name, young man?
My name is Garrett Harvey.
And are you 12 years old?
Well, he didn't say...
You know, I wish.
The important thing is he'll... When I asked him his name, he didn't say Garrett Jason Harvey or Garrett Lee Harvey. He's only got 2 names, so this should be safe.
Well,
that age joke was a diss on us, not you. You know that, right?
no, it's fine.
No.
So
He's probably so young. He probably goes home and goes, "Someone called me 11 again," and he fucking Goldblums.
Mom!
Does this look 11? Does this look 11?
So pretty much,
And the toothpicks are what for?
they're for eating the hot sauce, which I wouldn't recommend
Oh, really?
anybody
Well,
do.
no.
Who just eats fucking hot sauce on a toothpick?
What it is
you a
You gotta put that shit on some chips. You gotta get the chips out. Where are the chips? Get some chips on here. Get some chips. You put the hot sauce on a toothpick.
No. Like,
Motherfucker putting a hot sauce on a toothpick. Who's got some chips? Somebody's got chips?
I think he should try it. His reaction would actually be pretty fucking
Well,
hilarious.
But the thing that's confusing to me about this, and I don't want to be like a negative Nelly or slow thing, but it just seems like, well, of course. I mean, it's like you could bring battery acid up here, and it's like, now
that's
put
very
that on your
hot.
tongue, and I'll be like, oh, that hurts. Like I'm not like an adrenaline junkie or a like I don't like what that's not going to get me drunk or
If you have enough of it, maybe.
But it doesn't. I mean, it's not like Jackass or anything. Like,
No. But
Okay.
it might make the show.
It might make the show.
well, I mean, insult taken, but. I hope to God we don't get to that point, but if there's chips,
We got some chips.
Okay.
They got chips!
Okay, we got some chips. Dan, we got chips. I'll have some. Dan will have some.
Why don't no? Well, why don't you
We
why
can't
doesn't
show
he
the
do it?
label.
Oh, I'll do it with all of you.
You're gonna
Well,
do it too.
Why
obviously.
doesn't just he do it in case we have to do a show after this?
Right.
Justin's gonna. Now these are potato chips. They're not
I just
standard
think,
regulation chips.
like the possibility that this is great. Let's say
Okay.
it's 1 in 4, but
out of 1,000.
the possibility of it going wrong, the consequences of that are much more dire than I think any
Right.
possible.
I would say
Isn't it just
err
physical
on
pain?
too much.
Yeah, no, it just hurts, and there's no milk, so you'll drink water or something, and then it'll hurt more, and it'll get worse. Yeah.
Right.
I
No,
mean,
I'm eyes wide open, same as you. But it's weird to just say no.
Hey, man.
I'm too trained for
I'm
the
not gonna
theater.
do it.
to, like,
I already
can't-
said yes. We got the chips.
I'm
we
too
got
shape
chips.
of show, man. This
Got
is
the
why.
hashtag chips right there in the cup. Come on. Yeah, just make it a lot.
And incidentally,
So,
this is.
so you want to do the chips and not the toothpick? Because I'm offering you to just dip the tip of the toothpick and just put it in
Why
your
would
mouth.
you?
See, if he's
I'm
gonna-
offering you an easy
How do
way
you
out.
eat?
All right, okay.
How do you eat it?
I just dip
Nah,
the toothpick.
forget. Okay, see,
Like for fun?
What doesn't make any sense? You're an insane person then. Like, why are you you're like a conehead. You're like Mork from Ork. You
What
like
the
eat,
hell?
Wait, are you
Put it on some chips.
Okay!
but also,
What do you put hot sauce on a toothpick for?
but it's not food, Rob. It's not even a kind of it's gonna hurt us really bad to the point where he doesn't even eat it on a chip.
Oh, I'll do it.
You'll eat
All
it on a
right.
chip.
Let's
okay,
see that.
okay, but we got to do it all at the same time.
This is the worst. I hope you're proud of yourself, young man. Like, I mean,
I'm doing this specifically because my sister listens to the podcast and she told me not to embarrass her.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
Now, who makes the hottest hot sauce ever?
It's called Satan's blood, so probably Satan.
Ask a stupid question.
Let's just.
It's called Satan's blood. What do? You just hang out and you just dip toothpicks in Satan's blood.
I mean, don't pour it on. Wipe the toothpick on it. I mean, the jig
Don't
is up. We
scare
all know.
him.
You're just like, you might as well come up here with a stapler and go, put this through your nuts. And we're like, why would I do that? And it's like, okay, here we go. We're going to put the stapler through our nuts.
You're freaking him out.
I mean,
I don't want that
it's
chip.
Like you
Give that chip to Spencer.
I'm not touching none of that.
all right. So, I mean, you.
No, wait.
I just don't know how it'll work on the chip. So
What are you,
we'll
a
see.
foodie now?
I don't know!
You should really have white wine and fish with this.
Right.
It's just acid. It's just hurtful
Look at him
acid.
shake. This is some hot
Well, because he's like,
sauce.
gee, I hope I'm not.
What if I kill both of them?
I hope I didn't. Yeah, we're gonna like shit our pants and die. It's just.
So again,
don't
I mean,
care.
I wouldn't recommend this at all. Like, it's not a joke.
Yeah, you're right. We shouldn't do it right now.
No,
what if
if-
we just didn't do it
Just
right
think
now?
about
After
the
all
hottest,
this.
Just think about the hottest hot sauce you've ever had. This is a lot hotter
My
than
tongue will
any of
swell?
that. It could. Any number of terrible things may happen. But all that could happen and that's good is maybe it'll be kind of entertaining for 5 minutes or so. I just don't think the math works
okay,
out.
Okay,
I
wait a
totally agree with you. I absolutely 100% agree with you. But there's no choice. It's like Evil Knievel going up to the. You're saying no? I'd be a hero if I didn't do it. All right, go ahead. They're saying no. They're saying no. No, they would be disappointed in me for. doing
Wait. So just walk me through this. Like, it's a Friday afternoon, and you're
Yeah.
like, hey man, let's skip class and stick toothpicks in Satan's blood and just like have a good time, man.
I honestly, it's for a laugh factor. So you just give it to people that like who've never had it before, just be like, hey, this is what you expect from the group.
All right.
We're going to fuck with you.
All right, let's all have a hand for. I'm not doing it. It's like a hand buzzer in your mouth. I'm not gonna. It's not even temporary. Like Spencer said, he's saying your tongue could swell up.
It could.
Okay, well,
They said don't do it.
Okay, I'm going to hold on to it. If the show starts dying, I'm going to eat it.
Okay. Yeah, mine's right here. Okay, if it comes down to that, then we'll do it.
Sounds good. The rest of this is for you.
Okay, thank you.
Terrific.
Nah.
Fuck off, Levy.
We'll do that. We got a lot of guests tonight.
That's the thing.
Some of them are aneurysm survivors, not to make you feel too guilty. But
Kind of a letdown.
Do with that information what you will.
Well, Schrab could do it. That's fine if Schrab
I'm
does
going
it.
to wait.
You're saying it was a letdown that I didn't eat the chip, or that it was a letdown that he.
I'm so happy.
that his food turned out to be a practical joke. What are you
Yes.
saying?
What?
All right, we got to move on. Can we move the fuck on with the fucking show, Schrab? Because I got a lot of shit to do tonight. A lot of shit. All right?
I hate it when you yell at me.
I've had it with you.
I know.
Let's bring out both. Wait, hold on. I've got to figure out what order to do this in, because we got to check.
Do it in the right order.
I'm trying to figure out what that is. That fucking hot sauce guy. Now we have him to blame for the whole night. That's what's nice about it.
I liked what happened.
You liked what happened?
Yeah, I know it's not a popular
it
opinion.
was sort of a defiance of the usual dynamic that I was struggling with. I was like, well, this is like Evel Knievel goes up to the Grand Canyon and then turns around. But like, how entertaining is it that he just goes over the Grand Canyon and then he's like, oh, I broke my leg. And it's like, what's wrong with our society?
Evel Knievel was a stunt man from 2,000 years ago. For anybody who doesn't know what Dan is talking about.
In case you thought he was an accountant.
I don't know.
Hey, he didn't name
I don't
himself
know.
Evel Knievel because he thought, I only want to be famous in 1975.
Yeah.
He's like, they're going to remember this name. Even if they don't, they're going to know what I do from it.
Right.
Evil
Knievel. I'm going to evil all the Knievels.
All right, let's bring out our both at the same time. Because they both belong to the same family. Who is also, we talked to Felicia Day last week, and these are two good friends of hers. They both done stuff for Geek and Sundry. If you're a geek sundrying around there, but they're just two folks that I've always wanted to have a chat with. Let's bring out, in order of gender.
Ooh. Don't fuck this up, Dan. Don't fuck this up. Oh, Jesus God.
He's got the chips like breaking glass. He's just gonna pop it in his mouth and start screaming.
It'll take. I'll do it for you, man. I'll do it for you.
In order of gender descending.
Oh God.
That's
What? You don't know who I'm bringing out first. How is that an oh? Because I'm pitting them. I'm pitting the genders against each other.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
In order of gender randomly. And also, while recognizing that either one of them at any given time, we do not have the right to know what's going on in either of their pants or their brains.
True.
And gender shouldn't be a thing. Why are there?
Why?
I did it!
Legalize it! Legalize it! Legalize it! Legalize it! Legalize it! Legalize it! Legalize it!
Legalize lack of gender.
Yep. This guy, when you tried to do the butter, he was like,
He went like that, and then I said sorry, and he went, "Oh, you're good." And I was like, "Well, you're not then. You're not good."
I don't want
Because I thought maybe he was like, "I'm in pain,"
stop. No.
but he's just like, "No, I'm terrible at your stage dive."
I don't wanna do it.
I wouldn't know how to participate in a stage dive. I've only done one, and I mean.
He's too far back, though. That's the
He's
problem.
too far back.
Is that Dave Klein? Oh, Dave Klein's here. I bet Dave Klein would have you. For dinner. He's Dracula. Why did you guys reacted like that was just a Dracula joke? All right. God damn it. Let's bring out our fucking guests.
You're the host. I can't help that you can't control your own show.
I have no idea where the vaginas and penises are on either of them.
Say it both at the same time.
One's a writer. One's I might offend one of them that way too. I don't. They're just nerds doing what we do. They're a part of our family. Let's bring out randomly Amy Berg and Will Wheaton. I hope you guys like chips.
Yo.
I'm so glad you didn't eat that fucking
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Right?
Well, that's great. Thank you. Great.
We thought you were going to waste our night, man.
So, what's the worst you've ever seen? Because I was the way
You'd be
everyone was
crying.
reacting.
You'd have to go to the bathroom.
Really? So they
Yeah,
just have
you'd be sobbing.
So they have stuff they make that's like, yeah.
That's what that is, literally.
Okay.
You would
But
be
why not call
shitting
that-
blood for like 4 hours.
I just okay. I
If
mean,
you
I don't want
eat
the
food that's based on a dare. Just go have dim sum.
That's what I kept trying to say. It's not that kind of show, kid. And he's like,
Right.
but my sister. I'm like, your sister told you don't embarrass her. And he's like, but she's my
Too
sister.
late.
This is the telekinetic conversation we
Yeah.
had. Telekinetic. We moved each other's eyebrows. So anyways, last couple of weeks I've had authors on who have books that I've read before the thing, and then I walked through the entire book. And some people enjoy it and some people don't, but I just wanted to we could just hang out, right? Because I researched your guys' shit today, and I'm excited because of that to talk to you guys, but I'm hoping we can, I want to hang out and talk nonsense, hopefully, for most of the time. Why did I say that? What are you supposed to do? No, I want to talk about.
I'd like to talk about the serious issues.
or the book I
prefer sense.
But also the thing is, so I don't know where to start because because there's another friend I want to bring up here tonight. I want to check in with him, and I'm trying to figure out. I'm not talking about my dick or anything. Is that what you? Oh. What were they laughing at? My hair went up in the air?
Maybe.
It
looked good.
That's their deal breaker with my hair? This is the first. Wow, Dan's hair looked like shit tonight. It's like he doesn't know how to take care of himself.
I just couldn't get into the show. I couldn't get past that.
I come here from Burbank to see a guy whose hair looks good.
Yeah.
All
I
the
wanted to
time.
see somebody with bad hair. I would have gone to the Hollywood Bowl tonight.
Ooh, Hollywood Bowl.
Van Halen.
Ooh.
These guys, I don't understand them ever, almost ever.
Ooh, the Hollywood
But they were really
Bowl.
helpful about the chip. They were very protective and helpful with the hot
No,
sauce.
you guys were looking out.
But then you say something like Hollywood Bowl and they're like racist.
I know, it's terrible. Well,
I don't know. I'm assuming with the best of intentions. I think they're good kids. I think they're going to make a great society. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm sorry about the earth burning to a cinder when you're 38. Good luck.
seriously, millennials, learn how to swim. It is a skill you're going to need.
Also, and you know what? Forget the apostrophe thing. I've been on you for it for 20 years. Just forget it at this point. You're, who cares? We're going to die. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm not mad at you anymore. Who cares? Don't learn to spell. It would be wasting your time at this point.
You'd be wasting your time.
Just keep. So Amy Berg, I'm sorry, in no necessary order. Here's the random things I want to talk to you guys about. Amy is working on this show right now. It's not on yet at all. You said you were doing a 10-episode order, and then they're going to air it later. So I'm assuming this is like some new media thing. Like this isn't CBS.
No, it's Stars. It's premium cable.
Stars. Okay.
Yeah. Premium.
Woo! Ooh la la! Ow!
That means we can have sexy time. And swearing, which is more important to me.
But they killed Party Down.
They're the worst ever.
Yay!
Also my favorite.
Racist.
What's Star's slogan? Watch stars, where the
Watch us, 'cause we're there and we're bright at night.
We put the Z in movies.
I like it. I'll watch them.
Their slogan is because you wouldn't watch writers. And they just have a picture of us, me and Amy, like with potato chips in our hands. Because who wants to watch
Right,
writers?
and then it pans to me, and they're like, "No, we don't want to watch him." Either.
We said stars.
Do we get HBO?
All right. So, but anyways, the show you're working on, I got so excited you just describing it. J.K. Simmons, who's like I love since Law and Order, and he's
Law and Order.
Well, yeah. Well,
That's your JK reference.
well, yeah. What is he before that? What is
Spider-Man.
He was on Oz, which was an awesome show.
No, that's after Law and Order, though, isn't it?
Well, that's true.
Yeah, so I'm OG. I got so scared I was going to find out he was Butch Cassidy. No, I could have sworn that was Paul Newman. I thought I was going to get really like shamed for, but no, I'm clearly the superior J.K. Simmons fan. I was like, who's that guy? That they're going
that's
to. I hope this person's mentally ill, or at least there's a question of it, because he would play the. Because that means we get to see that guy. Emil Skoda was his character's name. Then I saw him in Juno, and I was like, I like that guy again. I hope he's in all the stuff, and then he was. That's me. So he's we can talk about the show, right? It's
Yeah.
You said it's called point of departure. Counterpart.
Yes.
Counterpart. It's about a split universe, but the universe knows it's split.
Yes.
It's like parallel timelines that shared one history, but they actively split, and they know they split. So J.K. Simmons is playing two different versions of himself. And it's like a spy Cold War thing going back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my audience.
Just in case somebody wasn't paying attention, maybe repeat that. Just in case.
No, their reaction made you think that you should have missed it. See, that's what happens when you.
I don't know why I'm in this conversation.
You described it better than I could have, I think. That's pretty great.
This is what I do. That's how I interview people.
Sounds like a really fucking cool show.
I bring them out and I go, your book's about autism. And they go, it is? And I'm like, yinka bugga booga booga boo. Let's have a hand. I'm getting a little sick of myself lately. But okay. Well, I mean, anything else to say about it? You guys are working on it. Do you think it's good? You can't say otherwise.
It's actually really good. There's a genre that they've invented for the show called spy-fi.
I'll take it. I like it.
No.
No. You will take it, Will Wheaton.
No, listen.
You will
I
suck it up and
love the genre. I love the idea of the genre. That name is way too cute. I'm not okay with that at all.
How's it spelled?
The show is not cute.
With a Y or an I, spy-fi?
Yeah, exactly.
Good question.
Yeah.
Do you know?
It's who fucking knows?
Okay. Well, we're gonna find out.
The good way.
It's going to start out spelled the right way, and then right around the time you really get into it, they're going to change the spelling of it, and then all the content's just going to go to hell.
You mean like those fucking Bernstein Bears?
Like the Berenstain Bears, exactly like them.
Will, have I ever told you about that?
Yeah.
No, Will was just going on about that.
Oh man, you guys all know about it. I swear to God, 5 years before this hit the internet, I was like, you guys, they changed the names on the Bears. And then like now, no one cared or believed me. But now fucking everyone's on that goddamn Berenstain Bears train.
Like the hipster of Berenstain Bears.
Yeah. Are you being like a reality blurring event hipster right now?
I was there before reality blurred, and no one believed it was blurred
Yeah,
yet.
but that's the whole point. We were all there before reality blurred, which is why we all remember the name being the right way, and we know that it's not the way it is now. Do you guys know what the Berenstain Bears thing is? All right, then I don't have to explain it.
You can Google it. Another thing
Their name changed. Okay, continue.
Another thing you should goggle is Will's show.
Goggle.
What are you saying? It's pronounced goggle. It always has. I could have done that for an hour, but I'm not that confident. But at Geek and Sundry is your thing, because I know you did that show Caper. I watched an episode of that today. And Felicia executive produced, because that was on Geek and Sundry and Hulu at the same time, because you guys had to deal with Hulu. And is Tabletop on Hulu as well?
I don't know. I think I think we talked to them about it. I know it's on Netflix, but I don't know if it's on Hulu. But I do know that it has a huge audience on the Pirate Bay, which I think is awesome, because it lets me know that, like, there's a lot of people that want to watch this that, for whatever reason, I don't know, YouTube is blocked in their country or something.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's the geo-blocking thing explains a lot of the piracy, because it's like people don't want to watch a Prel commercial, you know?
But I think it's cool. I think that, like, when there's an audience demand for a show that isn't being served in some way, and the audience is like, give us the show!
Well,
and they do it that way. I love that.
Of course, that's what, I mean, it's like, how do you feel about piracy? Well, we're supposed to be making things that are basically free and addictive, and we're going to get offended that, it's dumb.
I view piracy as a failure on behalf of the industry to serve the needs of the audience.
Of course, and they would too if they knew how to serve them, because then they could charge them. Like we were, oh God, MP3 technology, oh my God, and then iTunes is like, no, that means now you can listen to music more than ever for $1, and everyone's like, that's fine, and Apple's like, we have $1 billion, and everyone's like, that's fine too. Music industry saved. Sorry, we wasted 15 of your life taking it to the Supreme Court, like we did with cassette tapes before that.
Well, home taping is killing music. I've seen the tape.
But anyways, but the show Tabletop, like I'm like, you turned me around on something. It took somebody as passionate as you, because there has been this revolution, as you say in the show. Like, once upon a time, there was this thing called D&D, and we like, people of our generation were like, oh, the pencils and the dice and the complicated rules and the million books and like just the Harry Potter but more complicated of it all. That's the secret society of it, like the fact that it was the opposite of football, to including the fact that if you talked about it in front of other people, they would actually actively like back up from you, and that was kind of like part of the appeal. And
you have completely described my childhood.
Mine too. Yeah, it was like it was sort of, I mean, it's the same thing. And that's what kids do. If they're going to be exceptional, they have to practice being exceptional in school, while the other kids practice being part of a horrible, mindless horde. And they end up doing great, because everything is for them, and not a tear in my eye for them. But the rest of us, and sometimes it seems like the majority of us, like, we're also practicing in that grade, and we have to practice like fucking not giving a shit, and so we anyway, this is not my point. Your point was like that people like me, I'm one of these people that you were kind of talking about between the lines, is like a purist who, therefore, when I hear the word tabletop, I'm like, you mean like, ever since Magic the Gathering, I think, was the sort of beginning of it for me. In my experience was like, wait,
that's a fine game.
Well, I mean, look, what do you? Yes, okay. What the hell am I in the middle of saying that I was wrong? That it was, but it was like, oh, it's cards, but instead of the thing, it's like somehow it was wrong. But then, so he does this show called Tabletop, where he just like is just very, very enthusiastic about the million types of games that are sort of like, they're halfway between those things that we used to play that are really complicated and things that we remember from our other half of our childhood, like Monopoly and like when mom and dad weren't fighting, like the chutes and ladders, and like the board. There's something between. There's this new era. There's these thousands of games somewhere between board game and role playing that are.
It is weird to play Ants in the Pants without the sound of dishes breaking in the kitchen. That is a strange experience for me. When Felicia asked me if I wanted to do a show for Geek and Sundry, I said yes, because everything that she's done has been really smart and really interesting, and I loved the idea of being able to create and produce in a medium where I wasn't going to be answering to like a network douchebag who didn't understand the audience. I did that when I worked with Sci-Fi. But with this show, she said, so what do you want to do? And I said, I don't know. I want to do something, but I don't know what. And she said, well, how about a show where you review board games. I know how much you love board games. And I said, I think honestly the best way to review a board game is to just play the board game and show people how much fun it is. And the idea like exploded in my brain. Like it all came together all at once.
I will be the first person to say on paper that sounds like a really terrible idea. Like you literally play a game with your family for 2 episodes. Like it's your family.
Yes.
That just sounds like...
Not really sure where you're going with that.
You know exactly where I'm going because you know how that sounds on
but
paper.
my family's rad.
I know it turns out, but it turns out...
I wouldn't put my family on my show if they were lame. I'd be like, sorry, guys.
By the way,
I'm
your
going to hire
kids
some actors to be my family who aren't lame.
Did you adopt from Asgard or something? Your children are... You have 2 boys at that table. They both are 9 feet tall. They look like... Both look like Thor.
Yeah. In fact, my son Nolan's in Germany right now, and people keep coming up to him and taking pictures with him because they're like, Thor, Thor, Thor.
Dave Klein likes that. He's descended from Thor as well.
It's interesting that you say it sounds like a bad idea because I thought that the success of a show like Celebrity Poker and the success of just shows where you like watch people, you watch people play cards and stuff. I thought, well, this is something that I'm super passionate about, and what's going to make this show live is not what's happening on the table; it's what's happening with the people around the table. And I was a huge fan of Dinner for Five, and I wanted to like put together those 2 shows and have people come in and do. And just play these games that I love.
Well, it works really well. One of the things that makes it work really well is that you played this game Dread, which is like this indie game that is a stack of things you can't call Jenga. But like, and it's
similar to, but
just a
legally distinctly different from Jenga.
It's just a collaborative storytelling game where you were walking 3 players through this scenario, and they were like role playing, and they had their characters figured out, which were figured out by questionnaires on like psychological profiles that you answer for a fictional character that you make up. And then you're just going through it, and instead of rolling dice, you pull. It sounds a little dumb, but it's like it worked like as a storytelling thing. It's like as at key points of the story, you have to like keep pulling these Jenga blocks out.
And then as the story becomes more intense and as the stakes get higher and higher and the players are more like their adrenaline is up, the tower is becoming more and more unstable because you're pulling blocks out of it. And when the tower falls, the player pulling from it dies.
Right.
Like that's it. You're dead.
And as in an actual narrative, it's a
great
it's
metaphor.
Inevitable. Like when you're watching a movie, you know that this can't last. Otherwise, it would be a bad movie. Like this camping trip, someone's going to die, and so you and when you're in a really scary situation, that's what scares you. You feel like something's going to happen.
That was one of my favorite episodes we've done in 3 seasons, and it means a lot to me. I'm really glad that you liked it because I wanted to do a thing that was about storytelling.
Right.
And
because I wanted to that's because your skills as a GM I thought were astounding in that thing when you watch it. Like your ability to actually your tonality and your pacing and your like making it just felt and then the thing I thought was holy shit we gotta play something with Will, and it's like oh he'll play Shadowrun with us and Amy will play with us and stuff, but also then I thought like of this game Werewolf that we always played that Justin Roiland introduced me to with this stupid deck thing. What do you don't like? Now you don't like Justin?
Yeah, I love Justin.
Were you thinking Were you thinking about the Hollywood Bowl again?
No.
All right, I'm gonna try it.
Pulling out cards. We're gonna play a game.
Just talk to Amy Berg about writing science fiction for while I write a W on one of these pieces of paper.
Hi. So, tell us about your science fiction.
Wow. It's very has a lot of science in it, and it's made up. It's pretty great.
Awesome.
Yeah. You know what? There's people here for this. Someone do this. Here, I'm throwing this one away.
We just got started, Dan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Demorge wasn't here, right? I don't see. Demorge wasn't here. No. Okay. All right. I need a. Hey, Steve Levy, come out here.
Yeah.
Oh. If Jeff were here, he'd say, and the crowd goes mild. All right, so first thing I need is for somebody to write 1, 2, 3, 4,
He's asking
5,
you to do stuff.
6. No, he's up here playing with us.
He's playing?
Yeah. I need somebody to turn this wad of envelopes and this pen into 6 identical sheets of paper, 5 of which have a...
Oh, God damn it.
What?
Hannah will do it.
What's that? Yeah, like
Yeah.
5 of them will have a V on them, and 1 of them will have a W on it. It's that simple.
Christ.
What are you doing? What are you doing right now? What are you doing?
I'm talking under my breath.
You know you're not. You're talking to a microphone.
I know.
It's the opposite of breath. Your breath is ruining the world.
It's above my breath then.
It's not, your attitude is discouraging and disappointing.
I like it.
And I came here tonight with a good attitude. And
Your attitude is great. This game fucking sucks.
You like this game? No, I don't. You just turned out to be bad.
I fucking hate this game.
You just always lose.
I'd rather play baseball than this shit.
You go play baseball.
Oh, you play fucking baseball.
Does anybody have a copy of Ants in the Pants? I feel like I should be playing it right now.
This is the reason why I don't like games.
Somebody just ignore him.
Never.
6 sheets of paper. So somebody, God damn it. 5 of them have a V. 1 of them has a W.
Ugh.
Don't fuck around. I know those are similar letters. It's not going to be. Your joke's not going to land if there's a confusion.
We might have a good time.
You're in charge, Dustin. You're in charge because I'm going to GM, even though Will would do a much better job.
No, I'm
GM
awful.
stand
I'm
for?
awful at running werewolf. I'm
Game master.
Super awful bad.
I'm
at
so
it.
much better. You're going to see. Dustin, when I cue you.
How do we know? Wait. How do we know who's looking at who when it comes time to kill people? Because we're all standing in a line.
We got to stand too.
No. To play werewolf.
Shut up. Nobody has to see you but me. Nobody's asking for any of your input on any of this. You guys are pissing me off. I'm going to dig a hole and stick you all in it and call it a tabletop game called Fuck the Fuck Faces. Like, what the fuck?
You're going to dig a hole.
What did you two want to talk about?
You're going to dig a hole.
Steve
Levy's going to dig a hole.
You guys want to talk about hang gliding? You dumb pieces of shit. The fuck do you want to do? It's my goddamn show. We're going to play fucking werewolf.
All
and
right.
you're making it longer.
All right, stop yelling.
Then it would have to be.
Stop yelling. You're hurting his feelings.
He's already finished. All right. So, anyways, let's have some fun. And if it doesn't work, Spencer, I tried something.
I just want to troubleshoot, so
You
we can
shoot yourself, not trouble.
avoid the problem when it comes up.
You're mad because you see what's happening. I'm threatening you.
I'm not mad.
I'm not gonna turn this into
I'm
a whole
pissed
thing.
off.
I'm not gonna become a game master professionally.
You're going to become a GM.
It's gonna work. And I made up my mind about something, and I'm at a very volatile point in my life, and Will Wheaton's here, and you guys are fucking around. And that V looks a lot like a fucking W.
He's looking at the cards. He's cheating.
The GM.
Oh
it's
yeah,
fine.
I'm cheating. I know that I'm gonna fucking murder.
This is why I never win. It's because he cheats all the time. Yeah, I'm going to look at the cards. I'm going to hold them close to my chest.
You're not even.
All right, so Dustin, do you have scary music, like creepy ambient music?
Oh yeah.
And then,
Get ready for some scary music.
I don't suppose you also have nice World of Common Day music, so and we could go back between the two. When I cue you?
It'd be really cool if we had Castlevania songs. Could have the day and the night theme.
Yeah! Yeah,
But,
man,
well,
Castlevania.
You can take a second to find
Has anybody in this room gotten to the last level of Castlevania?
Nah, man. No.
Right? Like, you can't even get past the level with the Medusa heads, right?
With the
Fuck
stairs?
those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful, and it's so hard.
What is he
Stairs
doing?
are no good
What's
in that
he
game at
doing?
all.
Yeah.
He's handing out the
He's
thing.
Thank you, sir.
going through with this.
Okay, nobody look at these. I mean, you can look at them, but don't
Don't show them to other people.
Don't let them say.
Don't cheat.
So you either have a V or a W. If you have a W, you're the werewolf, and so everything else is basically kind of
You gave me two.
self-explanatory.
Well, you could pick which one you want.
What do you mean? Does one have a V and one has a W? No, one's blank and
I
one
solved
has
the
a letter
problem.
on
They
it.
both have letters on them. Okay.
Pick the
What
one
they
you
do?
want.
Well,
Start over.
No, we're good. We're good.
you guys are doing this on purpose. What did you? What?
I'm good.
You're not good. What if?
Nope.
We can't do it that way.
Steve's good.
No, he's not good. No, give me your papers back. Give them back.
It has the same letter.
We're gonna have fucking fun tonight. Give me your papers back. You pieces of shit. Give them back.
I'm having a
Pieces
ball.
of shit. You were a villager.
Yeah, no, I was.
I knew it.
Who was the werewolf?
I think it was
who was
Amy
the werewolf?
Berg. That's
Shut
my
up.
guess.
Oh no!
Angry with all of you.
Spencer was right about that.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm really
Who was
sorry
the
about
werewolf?
this. I tweeted Will about this. I was like, what if we played werewolf? I was so excited. And he's like, I don't know if that'll work. And I was like, fuck you, Will Wheaton. Fuck you, too. Fuck you. You don't know anything about gaming.
I was a little taken aback by the use of all caps and the emojis were very intense.
The Black Santa means I'm kidding.
Santa's.
I really wish I'd known that 6 hours ago.
I mean, well, wait, okay.
You guys are texting each other?
Yeah, no, I'm going to text you instead.
Maybe if you had more fun playing games, you could get in on this.
God damn it.
Thank you, sir.
Never returns my shit texts. Yeah, make it real discreet. God forbid this was done wrong.
All right. I counted too many. That's what happened. That's not a werewolf. So okay,
We did it.
we did it. That means okay.
Have a good night, everybody.
Okay. So here we go.
That's our
We're
show.
just gonna play. We're just gonna play. You know how to play. You guys know. You guys know what's going on.
Is this the scary music?
I think
This
it
is
hasn't started
ordinary.
yet.
This is you know stories don't start scary. Amy Berg. You know it starts with the nice version of J.K. Simmons hanging out
That's true.
in his village, where we began our story. The village of Happy Town, where everyone makes their own corn and hangs out and likes each other, and people who know each other for 20 years treat each other with respect. They overcome their compulsions for irony and pettiness. And they remember that the town is what's important. You're going to eat that chip.
Are we in a neighboring village? Because
However, there's a darkness to every town. A sinister underbelly, which kind of sounds like more of a relaxing quit smoking tape. But
Which is really sinister if you don't want to quit smoking.
Yeah.
You feel like you have to.
a part of the town where cravings no longer exist, where self-confidence is heightened the following day at work through the use of dark magics. And one of the most horrific symptoms of this dark underbelly, the insatiable, bloodthirsty lycanthrope, otherwise known as the werewolf. Werewolf?
Oh, no.
Here, wolf. Here in the town of Happy Town. One of these villagers up here is not just a villager. One of you is a fucking monster. But during the day, you walk around and you hang out and you act like friends. And then at night, you turn into dickheads. Monsters. Monster dickheads. Because it's not enough. Everything's going to be eaten and destroyed.
What do I do in this town?
I want everyone to go to
Am I like a
sleep.
player?
Go to sleep. That means you close your eyes. Everyone up here, close your eyes.
Am I married?
Lower the lights.
I hope
Close the
Schrab is
eyes. Hang your heads down. All of you hang your heads down and do not Do not be in a position where you would be able to see what any of the other people are doing. Okay? Don't be dicks about this. Do not fuck me on this. This is a fun game, and you're going to have fun, and you're going to eat shit and die. Lower the lights just a little bit. Okay, all right. And we're worried about the cameras. Okay, I get it.
I'm covering my eyes.
You're not talking when you sleep. You're a villager, and you're sleeping. And you're all dreaming about corn and villaging. But one of you isn't dreaming. One of you spent his day dreaming that he was or she was a man or a woman. but that's a different issue that we're not going to tackle with this game. Because you have a right to think whatever you want when you go to bed, and it doesn't matter which of you are thinking whatever. That's absolutely your own thing, unless the government tries to step in the way, and we'll deal with that together, and even the werewolves will help us at that point. Because there are monsters out there that are scarier than werewolves, called bigotry. All right? Have I said enough of that shit? Can we move on? Jesus Christ, I'm from the 70s. Man meant person. All right, so one of you is a werewolf. One of you is a werewolf. Will the person that is the werewolf very, very carefully indicate to me who you are as your wolfiness? This werewolf cannot be quenched by sleep. This werewolf needs human flesh and will go out its window into the village and kill one of the villagers. Who will it be, werewolf? Oh, werewolf! Okay! Regular music. Wake up, everybody. Oh, it's such a good day to eat some corn and hang out. Because there's nothing wrong. Society's going to keep going the same way it did. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Spencer's dead. He's ripped open by the well, and his blood is in the water.
Do I live next door to him, or do I mean, what?
Yes.
I live next door to him.
Yeah.
So I open up the window and I see him ripped up.
It's not that much of a role-playing game. Yes, that's what happens.
Did he do
Am I
something
close to
important in
him?
our town?
Spencer, did you do something important in the town?
Oh, yeah. I was... no, there was just villagers and werewolves.
All right, fade down the music a
Turns
little
out I don't miss you then.
bit. All right,
No
so
one ever does.
you guys have a serious problem because I'm the doctor of this town. And I recognize this as werewolf bites. That means that one of you is a werewolf. And that means you got to figure out you got to before sundown you got to hang somebody. You have to kill somebody that might be the werewolf. Yes, Rob?
If he was bit, doesn't he turn into a werewolf?
He was bit all the way to death. He was eaten. It's not like a vampire.
It's not like a vampire, then.
Well, it is.
Except there's biting involved.
And sometimes you turn into the thing that bit you, but that's also zombies.
I saw a thing once where a vampire turned into a wolf. Who's right, you or the movie I watched?
Why is it either of those? Why do I have to be against this movie?
Exactly.
If a vampire is immortal, then I would understand. If a werewolf bit a vampire, then obviously the vampire would turn into a werewolf vampire. I have no quarrel with the writer of that.
Okay. I just want clarification.
Roger Corman says thank you.
I thought we were talking about Underworld. Ooh, I'll take a side of that Beckinsale for my. I was going to do a wordplay.
I'll go take a.
Put some of those Beckinsales on my boat.
Hey,
They can blow me
50%
around.
off on that Beckon sail.
Those sails are beckoning. Blow, 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 blow.
All this week,
All right.
beckon sail.
Figure out who's the werewolf.
I know who the werewolf is.
Well,
You're fucking dead. Shut up.
How do you think I know?
That's what I'm saying. He's talking. You know, he seems alive.
Who do you think is the werewolf? There's only 4 of you. 9/11. It's 9/11.
Oh shit!
Which is another. It's a. I know there are other things more important than werewolves. Bigotry and 9/11. We get it.
I feel like there was something I was supposed to remember about this.
All right, who's the werewolf? You guys are ruining the game by not guessing.
Why is everybody fucking looking at me?
It would be amazing if it were you, Schrab.
It would be amazing.
I want to vote for you to be the werewolf just because it's poetically perfect.
Oh, no. Maybe Will Wheaton's the werewolf.
Oh, maybe I am the werewolf and I'm trying to throw suspicion off from me.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're the werewolf and you're trying to throw suspicion onto me.
Could be, but...
You were the first one to look at me.
Me?
Yes.
I just love you.
Do you love him enough to eat him to death? Like you ate Spencer to death?
You're pretty vocal.
Well, yeah.
I think Steve's getting really defensive right now, so he's clearly the werewolf.
Oh, man. You're going to be so wrong.
All right. I don't know how the process should work. On the count of 3, everyone point at who they think the werewolf is. 1, 2, 3. Boom!
Oh, man.
Oh shit!
You guys drag Steve Levy into the courtyard.
Oh, take off his pants, man.
And you take off his pants and
Take
you...
off them pants, man. Take them off.
Scary music.
Yeah.
Low lights.
Yeah.
No lights. Take off his pants. Make it all sexy.
And you hang him.
Yeah.
You hang him and he
Steve
dies.
Levy. Oh, we hang him.
But as he dies...
Oh, look at the pants
He
are off.
doesn't turn back, and he doesn't turn briefly into a werewolf, and then turn back into a person and say thank you, which is what werewolves do when they die. He simply hangs there and dies, and I, the doctor, go up and I feel his foot, and I go, "This guy was human."
Why did you feel his foot before
Because
we
you
hung
can't
him?
tell unless the foot is dead.
Why?
Are you a doctor?
You hanged me, Schrab.
Well, if I knew feeling the foot was an option, we would have.
You can only do that after they're dead. Now 3 villagers remain, and 1 is a werewolf. Close your eyes and go to sleep, villagers.
I'm not tired. I want to wake because somebody just got fucking mauled and hung. You think I'm gonna sleep in this shit? Fuck that, man. I'm sleeping with my eyes open.
Yeah, I'm with Rob.
We're gonna stay up all night.
All right, fine.
Stay up all night.
with Red Bull
Stay
now.
up all night.
Fine, stay up all night.
Okay.
Fine, that's what you do.
Yeah,
You stay
silver
up all
bullet.
night. You stay
Silver
up all
bullet.
night. Turn the daylight music back on. You stay up all night. So obviously one of you is still a werewolf that just stayed up all night with you, and now you have to live tired with a werewolf all day again.
Shit.
Now go to sleep. Now you're fucking tired, and we can do that over and over all week. You do it for 1,000 years. You don't sleep. Eventually you sleep. Everyone sleeps.
All right.
You're going to sleep.
All right.
Now put the scary music on.
All right.
We're gonna have fucking fun.
You're losing the audience. You're
I'm not
scaring-
losing. That guy has to take a shit.
Okay.
Scary fun. Fun, scary music. Uh-oh, Batman. Okay. All right. I want you to tell all your friends about me, he says.
Batman, we lost Batman. Why did he do
He's the
anything?
first guy you'd lose in a nuanced thing.
2 people have died already.
You think well, he can. He's like, I'm going to go do
Shitty
something about
Batman.
this. Just go to sleep.
Maybe Batman's the werewolf.
All right, I'm tired.
No.
I gotta get up to work in the morning.
Go
I
to
gotta milk
sleep.
a cow or
Close
some
your
shit.
eyes and hang your heads.
Oh, God
If you don't
damn
like
it.
the game, the best way to finish it is to do it.
So fun.
Go to sleep. So very upset with all of you. Except I don't know. Well, Will and Amy have been fine. And Steve. Really, it's Schrab, obviously. And a little bit Spencer for egging you on.
I'm trying to help.
I don't... Thank you for driving me around for 2 years.
I love it.
I'm trying to fucking sleep here. Shut the fuck up.
All right, you sleep
Yeah,
the
Schwab
sleep.
kept us up all night last night. It sucked.
It's hard to sleep even though you're tired.
So
because
fucking tired of this game.
You know, there's no game. You're in the game, so you don't know there's a game. That would be unmarketable. Oh, that canine thirst for blood. Oh, that lupine hunger for the kibble that cannot be provided by name brand products. Oh, ow. Werewolf awake and indicate to me who you are going to eat next. I think I understand. All right, normal music and daylight. You guys wake up.
I'm still fucking alive.
And you're still tired because you wasted that whole night and it didn't help anything because now
I was sleeping.
strangled with typewriter ribbon next to a half-finished TV pilot that would have been fucking great.
Oh, shit.
Because
It
she's
could be me. I could be a TV pilot writer. Is it me? Oh, shit.
We all know fully well the best writer up here is Amy Berg, now slain by werewolf. Eaten, devoured. Her bones licked clean. Yeah. Your fault, kind of.
No, how is it my fault?
Because you fucked around. Instead of playing the game, which you now have to do, it's a matter of life or death. There is... Wait,
how do you outvote
There's
each
two
other?
people.
Oh, you idiot, you lost! Will Wheaton's the werewolf. Fuck you lost! And that's fun!
But the day...
And that was a fun game!
I had a lot of fun playing that game.
Eat the chip if you hate everything so much.
I'm not going to eat the chip.
Yeah, everyone wants you to do it now. Eat the chip. Eat the chip, you pussy.
Now I'm not going to eat the chip. I was going to wait for it to be really, really funny, and now I'm not going to even wait.
Yeah, but it's Chekhov's chip, man.
He's right, it's Chekhov's chip.
It's been there since the first act.
You read Chekhov's chip. Rob loves reading. That's why he loves me. That's right. Because you went to art school.
Right.
And I went to writing school.
You went to word school. I went to word school, and you went to art school.
Rob, when I met Rob, one of Rob's big pet peeves was the word utensil, which he swore was invented by smart people to make him feel stupid.
Writing utensil.
Right.
Writing utensil.
Well, oh yeah.
Utensil.
The word is utensil. You didn't think...
excuse me, could I have a writing utensil? Just say pencil.
Maybe you don't want a pencil. Maybe you want a
Then
pen.
say that.
But what if they're both there?
How do you
Then
say...
say what you want.
How do
What
you
if you
say
don't
give me
know
something
what's
to
in
write
the
with
drawer?
without making
You don't know what you want?
Maybe you want to be polite because you're talking to someone who's not that
writing
smart.
utensil? Okay, all right. Well, now...
Do you hate instrument just as much?
No. I'm fine with that.
Writing instrument doesn't bother you?
Nope. Writing utensil. Could I have a writing utensil, please? Just say pencil, dude.
I don't know. I might be hashtag Team Rob tonight.
Well, he's always more entertaining, but it's because he's disruptive. He waits until something's happening and then he disrupts it. It's like a luxury for him. You know, it's like if you sit around, if everybody. Yeah, must be nice having that job. He's like Pizza Hut's Noid, or was it Domino's? Was the Noid from Domino's?
Do you know the reason why they stopped doing the Noid for
because people didn't know.
No. Does anybody know why?
Oh yeah.
Do you know, sir? Stand up and tell the Wikipedia.
I think there was a dude who's actually named Noid. And he
Oh
was
yeah.
paranoid
Right. Yeah, and then he went into
A guy said, for those who didn't hear it, there was a guy whose name was Noid who thought that Domino's was like
was talking to
fucking
him
with
through
him.
the television, so he went into a not a Pizza Hut, the other one, with a machine gun, thank you, and started killing people.
Do we have one fucking story in America that doesn't end with someone taking a gun somewhere and fucking murdering people? I'm so fucking sick of this story.
Do you know there's been like I did 94? What is it? 95 this year? What?
That's why I love the Noid. That's why we lost him. Fuck that guy.
Yep.
I don't know. The Noid was the one thing that couldn't possibly have had anything to do with a mass shooting. That's why you loved it. You're like, this is safe.
Not anymore, apparently.
But how many is it this year, Steve? How many school shootings?
Well, it was 45 school shootings that we
in a year. And now we're making fun of, like, you know...
Not even.
Jeb Bush didn't know what school we were talking... It's like, well, come on. It's getting to the fucking point where the obscene thing is that it's hard to keep track. It's a goddamn epidemic. I don't know what my point is. I'm not at a soapbox. There's no one on the other side of this issue.
I mean, there are.
By the way, well, let's go have a conversation about that, because I want to say, without, like, obviously, not a gun nut, not a guy who's, like, and it's hard to get into this conversation because everyone's, like, hyper-vigilant against, like, which person are you?
Yeah.
But, like, speaking as a person who just wants everyone to stop dying and is absolutely fine with any legislation we need to make happen, whatever makes people feel fine, because I've given up on this earth anyway. It's not like I was like, I got to make sure that Constitution is upheld perfectly. I don't give a fuck about you morons. I'm not fuck you. I'm just kidding. I love you, but I was given a hard time during that werewolf game by all of you, and just like I don't want any of you to get shot, but I don't care about your Constitution. Okay. So we're focused on this legislative issue. We're like, which, you know, obviously, if you are a person who's been saying for 30 years we need to, like, mitigate this legislatively, every time one of these things happens, obviously it's going to be like a big fucking, like, you know, rageful, like, moment. And obviously, if you're somebody that's always, like, worried that someone's going to come take their guns, then you're going to, like, play the other part and all this stuff. But just outside of that Heathcliff fight with the claws going around, like the thank you, Will Wheaton.
I love that image so much.
Hashtag in our rage.
What are we gonna do? What is step 2 in a hypothetical universe where we would say all because there's how many guns are in circulation in the last 30 years? Like, we're gonna be all dead, shot or not. Like, we're all gonna be dead before legislation would stop the insanity.
There are more guns in America than there are people.
Yeah,
so
is there another step to this, or are we
No,
like
we're not ever going to do anything about it because we sat by as a nation and allowed a classroom full of 6-year-olds to be murdered and then would not even at a legislative level do the most fucking useless thing that could possibly have been reasonably passed. We as a nation went, no, it's way more important that we jerk off our guns than our kids go to school without ever having to worry about dying. I go into a movie theater and wonder, well, am I going to be on the news now? Because fucking gun nuts, like, have created this delusion in their life that, like, the president is going to walk up to their house and go, give me your guns, unless you have a lot of them.
Right.
It's insane.
So because we know, but instead, like, because we know that that's never going to happen because we're going to keep, because it's like a football game where we just keep, but it's almost like, it's like our Ouija board or something where people want to just go like this. I'm not saying that neither side wants a resolution, but I am saying, like, not only would you need to then have one of those teams win, but then also in addition to that, you'd need definitely something else. What is that something else? Does anyone have a fucking idea? Because, like, if you make guns completely illegal to the point where the image of one is banned and everyone's home is searched and you gather them all, there's still going to be so many guns. And so is it? I mean, is this a mental health issue? Is this it goes so much beyond this, right? It's like, is it some kind of like national psyche thing? Like, no one ever. Well, what the hell are we supposed to do? We're nuts. We're obviously 300 million insane people collectively, right?
Yeah, I'm so angry about it that it's not possible for me to be rational about it. I mean, I'm so just blind rage fuck everyone who
You're
has
being
a
more rational than
fucking
I
assault
am
rifle.
because you're able to have the rationality
like
about the legislative thing, like at least to be able to look at that. I'm being less rational because I'm going like, Jesus fucking Christ, we're so fucked. Like we're just this is just so much unlike any country in the world.
Well, and when a presidential candidate responds to a shooting like the one we just had by saying stuff happens, we are beyond fucked.
Yeah,
like there's no way out.
Like we're just so are we? So is it like isn't it like isn't the absolute only solution you could possibly think of? Like there's no economic solution. There's no legislative
tons of
issue.
solutions.
What are the okay?
First of all, you do background checks, restrict who could get guns, just make it a bit harder. There's not any of that at all. I mean, there's not none of that, but it's not good at all. Second of all, stop the manufacture of certain types of guns or new guns. You don't have to take people's guns away. You just stop new ones. Third of all, you could do a trade-in program, offer cash for guns. It's proven to work. Get more guns off the streets. And I mean, a combination of those options and then ratcheting them up, that would work. It'd just take a lot of separate programs working independently and together trying to make it happen. And that's what's impossible.
Well, getting people to pass any of those legislative measures is impossible.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm saying that's how you do it, not how it will be done.
If anything like that's going to happen, it's going to happen at a state level.
Yeah,
and it'll be like anyone who thinks that it's a good idea to vote for any of the people in the GOP clown car have to only look at what Brownback did to Kansas, which is like they're basically turned an American state into Somalia, and they've just like created like this libertarian paradise for businesses, and it's ruined the economy for every other person there. Like it's easily like just all you have to do is look at the numbers before Brownback was elected and after, and you can't deny the data. And in counties and places where there are more gun laws, there's fewer gun deaths. So if you could do it at a state level and then say like, it'd be great if it was California, then there's not as many gun deaths here. This is working. Then you start to put pressure on candidates to get it to go, but you still have one entire half of the political environment who refuses to accept that global warming is a thing. I mean, like if I was for looking at the moon, they would be like, well, we can't look at the moon anymore because libtards look at the moon.
Libtards?
Oh, libtards, yeah.
Libtards.
Oh, libtards.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's one of their more clever
libtards.
other ones.
They suck, right?
Do you think the internet has made this political this
bunch of libtards out there?
Do you think we've become worse or better? I guess there's a not
I think
question.
it's both,
because we have so much now. It's just like you just anonymous like I can't watch a music video with like underneath it. It's just like people devolve into some crazy heated fucking like two-party culture war about something. It's not necessarily a gun control underneath a Madonna video, but it's like unless she has a gun in the video, or like Madonna was an artist in the 80s and
she was also an author, did a great art book about naked people called Sex.
Yeah.
I wonder whatever happened to her.
But I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's like because there's just as many. Every medium brings like more good and more bad. It's just fucking like I don't know what my point is. We got to get out of here. I got to get back to making a rocket ship. We got to get out of here. I'm going to talk to Elon Musk and see if he can do us a solid. So I'm tired of waiting for. I'm not going to come up with this shit.
No.
They invited us from Geek and Sundry to go have a tour of the SpaceX facility.
Yeah.
So we're going we're going in I think it's like a month from now. I get to go. And actually, I know, right? I'm very excited and go see the whole thing.
Steve told me that the Tesla has an Armageddon feature on it now.
Yeah, right. It's got the bioterror filter,
it's
something or other.
An apocalypse button. Just in case you're in the apocalypse. What it does is it
makes
ends
the apocalypse happen?
No.
Why do we have that?
If there's a zombie apocalypse, or if there's like a airborne virus and it's like killing everybody off, I don't know why this is in the car, but you press the button and it pressurizes the cabin of the car so that no air from the outside can get in. And then it has a filter that filters the air from the outside and cleans it so that you're safe.
That's like an underwater button.
It's just going to be great to be in a car with somebody on a road trip who's just farting a lot. Just be like, apocalypse.
It's going to be great to be in a car in a guy's Tesla when the world ends to that degree. I'm sure you're going to be alive for the next hour. Like, oh, everyone but me can breathe. Like yeah, you're not going to be like. Looks like people are going to be applauding and waving at you. Look at him. He bought a Tesla. Good for him. My children are dying. I'm not going to figure out if that glass can break. I'd feel terrible. He seems like he's had a rough life.
But he'll be alive for the next 300 miles, so that's
yeah. Unless there's no internet. Don't those cars not start if there's no internet? Like, don't they need to check in with the website? I don't know. Maybe that's a myth, I guess. If it has an apocalypse mode, someone check to see if it could start without the internet. It's not like an Electronic Arts game. It's like they're afraid you're going to copy the car, so that's verify it.
There's a rootkit in my Tesla.
All right. So, well, Amy Berg. I mean, there's one other thing I would talk about, which is like this weird thing I noticed because I mean you've been around. I've been your Twitter buddy for years, and
what's that like?
Just ignore him.
It's illuminating. Actually.
I know you're on his side tonight, but I'm a good person too, and if what's it like to kind of have your identity like all of a sudden you writers are not pretentious people, like you right. Even less so than me, like I'm one of these assholes that's like, oh, my name's Dan Harmon, but as unpretentious people, all we have is our name, and
that's
your name
true.
Has always been Amy Berg. You were born Amy Berg. The WGA has you registered as Amy Berg.
Yes.
And there's this director now. She's not out of kindergarten, but she just joined the DGA, and now her name is Amy Berg, and she's just like Amy Berg. And
right.
I saw you on Twitter going, no, I didn't. Because she makes movies, and it's like you're like answering questions. Like,
well, it would be awesome if all she did was win awards. But she tends to get into trouble a lot, and there's like like on the top of like all these websites that like everyone who would ever employ me see like the name like SAG-AFTRA want to file suit against Amy Berg, and I'm like, no, it's not me. It's not me. Man. But yeah, she's a documentary director, and she refuses to use her middle initial like everyone else in the town does when they have someone else who has the same like P.T. Anderson probably doesn't prefer to be called P.T., but he has to because there's another Paul Anderson. But she's refused to, and
because she doesn't technically have to, because it's the DGA, and I didn't even realize the DGA and the WGA don't cross over that.
They don't.
It's
talk.
just that they have been automatically for 80 years. Like no, this is the first time anyone's just been like, fuck it, I don't care. Which is, I mean, I don't want to throw her under the bus. I don't know if she's a good person or a bad person, but I'm like, holy shit.
I'm sure she is a good person, but it's problematic because like there's a tension that falls on me, both positive and negative, that kind of sucks, and it's not my responsibility to tell the audience that that's not me, that's her, and it's just a pain in the ass. That's what it is.
What do we do?
You should have a boxing match. And you fight her.
Should we egg her house?
Well, you can't say it. It's too late.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to hand out 6 sheets of paper. One has an egg on it. And one of us is going to go egg her house. Did you like it, Rob, when we stopped playing Werewolf and started talking about gun control? Did you like that?
Yes, I loved it.
Yeah, you love politics, don't you, you little piece of shit?
I'm not a piece of shit.
You are a piece of shit.
I am not a piece of shit.
You are a piece of shit.
No, I'm not.
You're a piece of shit.
I am not a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit.
I'm a really good person. I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit calling someone else a piece of shit. It doesn't mean anything. A piece of shit could call licorice candy, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You're licorice.
I probably am, compared to you. Everyone's licorice.
I'm pumpkin pie, man.
I don't know why they made that sound.
I'm pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. It's because you're orange and
delicious,
and you get cream on you.
Yeah.
Every October.
Yep.
And they keep serving you well into December, and everyone knows that it's old. Nope. And it was in the fridge, and they don't care. because it's still good.
Your mom didn't
'Cause
mind.
it came out of a can. That's right, she didn't.
She didn't mind. Didn't mind how old my pie was. Your mom didn't.
So do you guys want to play Shadowrun with us?
We're gonna get sued.
We're gonna get sued. No, we're not gonna get sued.
Okay.
Why aren't we getting sued?
Because we don't ever play for more than 10 actual minutes. No one cares.
Why?
I will
why,
take all the heat.
Why wouldn't we get
Just
sued?
don't even talk about it.
Can we How could we get sued tonight?
Just doesn't. We're supposed to play for 10 minutes at the.
We're contractually obligated to
All
play
right.
for 10 or less minutes of
Let's
a
just talk really
non-fantasy role-playing
slow.
game.
I mean, I'm saying that's what I'm starting now. Aren't you proud of me? Like this is responsible of me.
I would be if we weren't contractually obligated to play.
We're gonna get distracted by a topic as we hand out the character sheets.
All right.
Like, how is your family? I watched them on playing mice and mystic mice. What was it? Mouse and mystics.
Mice and Mystics?
Which seems like an interesting tabletop game. What's your wife? Seems like I saw like from what I've seen. It's like where did you meet her?
I met her because what you're actually saying is she's way too good
No.
for you. How did that happen?
No,
this is a thing that I wrestle with all the time.
It's possible what I was going to say was worse than that, but that's not what I was going to say. You're a very, very handsome luminary and an intellect. I would assume that you would have a wife that was like I would not wish anything less for you than an Amazonian statuesque princess with a body that never quits.
You've just described my wife. She is the best part of being me. No,
really, she is.
No, seriously. And I wrestle with it all the time. Like I feel like I've got like
not that hard, Dan.
He's making that personal.
It's weird. Like I have imposter syndrome in like everything that I can do. And I'm like, I don't understand how I like have somehow tricked her to stay with me for 20 years, but it's working.
But she clearly she's into those games. She's not like it's not like
but you know what's interesting is that she doesn't like all the games that I like. There's like some like really strategic games that she isn't having fun with. She doesn't like Agricola. She doesn't like Puerto Rico. She doesn't like Power Grid. But she loves Ticket to Ride and she loves Blockus and she loves Word Whimsy and she really liked Mice and Mystics, even though she could not remember how many dice she was supposed to roll and when she was supposed to roll them. It's one of those weird things, like when you were talking about not remembering people's names, I have the same problem. And there's people that I've known for a really long time, but I know them situationally and I don't know what their name is.
And now it's too late to ask.
now it's too late to go,
oh, yeah.
I'm an asshole. I've been like being like, hey man, for like, for a couple of
that guy.
years.
That guy's been standing there behind that camera for 12 years. He's always running he runs the show. Like he's there running those cameras.
Hey, we haven't met. What's your name?
So I knew that. I knew that.
Right. Okay, see there, I just did.
Hey, Julian, thanks
Right?
for standing there for 12 years.
So this is one of the great tricks that my wife does. Is I'll be like, oh fuck, I can't remember this guy's name, and she'll go, hi, I'm Ann. What's your name?
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm like, oh, you got me, you got me back.
I had a girlfriend that did that because and then but I'd become so good at masking, like I just have these like. I just living in that life my whole life. So when I see people, I'm just I'm not saying like it's just like I'm just so used to it. I just like, hey, oh yeah. I'm like I kind of like
just like talking around it.
If I think you might be one of two people, I kind of have a conversation that kind of applies to both people.
Sure, yeah.
This is and so
until you get to a point on the dialogue tree where like they have to make a choice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And there was a girlfriend who I explained this to, and she had heard the NPR story on prosopagnosia or whatever it was, and she was like, "Oh, if that's a real thing, then that's cute. I'll help you out." And and she would like always like do that thing. But then one time I was like doing it, so I was like talking to a guy at the Editor Awards who had a beard and a baseball cap cap and a tuxedo and glasses, and it was like, gee, like you either edited the Sarah Silverman program or the Community Christmas episode. I have no idea. So I talked to him for 25 minutes about things that were true, regardless of which person he was.
That's incredible.
Unfortunately, things like, I really enjoy working with you, I really respect you a lot, which are all true for both people, but also things that if 25 minutes later you find out I don't know who you are, you're going to be really, really bummed out because you're not going to think any of it was true. And I did that the whole time. And then my girlfriend, who was listening to the whole conversation, was just also convinced. And so she's like, I'm sorry, what's your name? Or I'm sorry, she didn't say that. She's like, Dan, aren't you going to introduce us? That's what she said. And I was like, and I just went, this is Garrett. And he went, oh, no. He's like, no.
Oh my God.
No.
Man.
Matt or whatever his name was.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's like, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. And he walked off to win an editor's award or something. And I was like, I'm just staring at the table. My girlfriend was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I thought you knew him. I'm like, you're supposed to think I know him. That's what I'm good at. You're supposed to help me. It was a disease.
I have a worse story than that because I have the
herpes. And she just drops the mic.
I'm out.
I have the unfortunate combination of having a terrible memory and vapid overconfidence to where, like, you know, I would just think I know. I would just know I know someone. And I once introduced someone to an ex-boyfriend by the wrong ex-boyfriend. And he was like...
I need to parse that for a second.
Yeah.
You introduced someone to an ex-boyfriend.
I thought he was a different ex-boyfriend.
I see.
So I called him by the wrong name.
Okay.
And he said, actually, it's Matt. We've slept together.
But you're like, I knew we slept together.
Yeah,
I just didn't know which...
I was not confused by that part. Yeah.
I've slept with lots of people.
This part of the story is not in dispute.
Yeah. I'm just trying to... You just didn't do it very remarkably. Now, Steve, I remember. He had the feathers. Not as a tool. He was a shaman. Well, don't shake your head at me.
No.
You know,
I'm not shaking my head at you.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Eat the chip.
Eat the chip. Eat the chip. Eat the chip. Eat the chip. Eat the chip.
Oh, no.
Julian, no! I've known you 12 years! Julian!
Oh, no.
Julian had a good run, everybody.
Get on camera.
It's not that hot.
It's not that hot.
I don't actually work here.
I know.
we know.
I was doing a joke.
This place,
I don't know this guy.
this place isn't 12 years old.
You want to eat this chip too, Julian? As long as you're like Harvey.
Eat the other chip, Jillian. Eat all the chip, Jillian.
Here,
We love
use
you,
a toothpick and get some of that on your...
No. Come on.
Okay. Oh, Julian.
He's
God, Rob!
He's going down.
Rob!
Fuck, Dan.
Oh, God,
I'm so
I thought
sorry
you were
for
finally
everything.
going to die.
Dan, I'm so sorry for everything. I'm so sorry.
I also would like to apologize for everything. Just being clear.
Thanks, Julian, for apologizing.
Wait, why are you apologizing
Don't
for
worry
everything?
about it. More people should apologize.
Melting my face.
Not talking into the mic, all of it.
Yeah.
I'd like to apologize for all of it.
Oh, shit, fuck, God damn it. Seek's got to come up here. We got.
I also apologize for taking Seek Donnelly's time.
Yeah. Seek Donnelly, where are you?
Thanks, Julian.
And I'm going to go on the corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zeke Donnelly. Zeke.
All right, Steve, give Seek your mic. I'm able to gracefully boss people around when they actually work for me. But
Donnelly.
thank you, Seek. Sorry, I forgot about your life.
So did I.
Why would you groan? Why would you groan? I hate this generation. I hate your generation. You're a terrible people. You make everything worse. You don't understand self-deprecation or dry comedy or irony at all. You're terrible. Seinfeld was right about you. And he's the one who said it wasn't funny when Kramer was on Letterman apologizing, and he was wrong about that. He was right about you. You're bad, unfunny people. Seek. Yeah, thank you. Man.
I like you.
Yeah, nice try. Seek, how are you? Seek, for new listeners, you don't have to go back all the way through. Multiple aneurysm survivor, which is like sounds kind of more positive than multiple aneurysm non-survivor, and yet carries with it this life of uncertainty. And you the last time we saw you, you were finishing up various projects, but you had most importantly made this life decision where you weren't going to keep doing these like medical things. And we check in with you from time to time. And what's going on? You talk instead of me.
All right, Cliff Note version. I'll try not to be too sad, but I left the doctors. I kind of went off on my own. I still see one doctor, time to get checkups. I'm on my 12th aneurysm in my head right now. But for the most part, I'm doing a little bit better.
Do you mean it's happening right now? I mean, I think most of us, I'll speak for myself, like the word aneurysm sounds like explosion, which you mean you're on one?
Explode. Yeah, so it's in my head, and they put coils in it. And that's to kind of deflate it so that the blood can.
Is that something that's happened since we last talked to you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you're going to somebody that's seeing that's still checking and able
Yes.
to see these things. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So to backtrack, because the one thing I want to talk about was a Kickstarter project that you guys all helped me fund, and how important it's been to my progress. But to get there real quickly, back before I started the project, I was kind of told around 2013 when I first was in the hospital in 2010 that some of the procedures I went through, they don't know the long-term effects of them because they were new procedures. So we weren't sure if I would survive past a couple years. And so I think subconsciously I was ready to go at any time. So I did like the book Soul Star, and then we put it online, and we're trying to get out there, try to raise money for the Aneurysm Foundation. The book didn't do well, so then I faced like my first, failure in a way. And then as that kind of fed, it started to where I was waking up like, hey, another day, another day's another gift. And then I guess like most people, as you get older, you get jaded and cynical. And I had to go from being essentially an infant when I had my aneurysm for not talking and not walking and relearning all that, and then in the span of 3 years, get back into a 32-year-old's body. So my life went hyper fast. So once I hit that wall and things were going slow, reality really hit me, and I wasn't really coping with things very well. So I tried to take my own life.
This has happened?
Yeah.
You really made that effort?
Oh, yeah. Not a good effort. I was on a lot of pills at the time, so I just took a bunch of them. And then the shitty part was that obviously it didn't work. And the next day I woke up really sick, and my stomach and chest were hurting, and I didn't have the money to go to the hospital. So I had to just tough out some of the pain. And then after that time is when I started talking to my mom again. And I figured, well, okay, I now I know what the bottom looks like. Let's try to build from that. Let's try to see where I can go. So I started becoming friends with my mom again, which was nice. And then I got to see her last Christmas, for the first time in a while. And now she currently helps me hunt down Star Wars figures from the new movie. So she's at Walmart, like, I'm at Walmart. You want one? And because we're rednecks. And she, so then what happened was I did this project that I honestly thought no one would care about. And then you guys all funded it in like a day and a half.
I'm sorry, Seek. Because I need to get this clear, because the timeline of this is: were you just catching us up? Because when you've talked to us in the past, you're like you had reforged this relationship with your mom. Are you talking about this suicide attempt? This isn't a thing that has happened that's new to listeners of our show.
It's new to listeners of the show.
It's not. I'm saying
but
it's not.
I haven't told it on the show.
Right, but it predates your reconciliation with your mom and stuff like that.
Yes, it was like last February. Yeah, last February.
Sorry, I just wanted to make that clear, just because people they listen and they hear your story and they want to check.
I'm glad. I don't think linearly, so it's like, thank you.
Yeah, you're a fucking messy asshole. Get your fucking suicide right. Fucking when did it happen, you piece of shit? You and Schrab is fucking... Sorry. So
Now he's good cop.
Now
instead of bad person, it's his usual role.
that's okay, Dan. It's all right.
So this project I wanted to do, you know, I lost a lot of the visual and creative side of my brain. I moved out here to want to be a comic book artist when I first moved out here, and then I lost a good chunk of that. So I started, you know, but I still want to be a storyteller, so I started writing, and I thought, well, what if I did an art book? Like, what would that look like? Someone who doesn't know what an apple looks like unless he's looking at one. What does someone like that create? And then as I was going through it, some of my visual memory started to come back, and then I started remembering like my life. And then on top of the worst part about that was that I could also remember things like dreams, and I couldn't differentiate what was a dream and what actually happened to me, because all the visuals were just coming like tidal wave after tidal wave. And so instead of letting that continue to depress me, what I did was I put it into the book. So this book I created called Elan Vital that you guys all helped fund. Thank you. It started off really small, but then because you guys funded it so quickly and we raised almost double what I intended, I wanted to make it twice as special, and I wanted to make it a love letter to Harmontown and the people that come here. So the book is about a robot who is struggling with emotions, and he, in some point in his life, he started when a scientist gave him a soul, and then he had to struggle with the memories that came with that soul. And then when it ends up happening is he, like all good robots will do, he wiped out humanity. And then, but the thing is, he regrets it. He misses us, and so this book is his digital journal. So there will be a small print run, but mostly it's a digital book. So as you're going through the pages, I do stuff like surrealism, purism. I took some tracks that Dustin Marshall made, and I remixed them and made some music. I also composed a song for it as well. I did a dance for it. I basically tried 50 to 60 different art styles that are out there, cooking, things. And I said, if I can't be a comic book artist, what kind of artist can I be? And so this book was my exploration of that. So through these digital memories, you go through the pages and you can press the purism piece I did, and it'll tell you the history of purism. And then you can manipulate things. There's voice acting on each page that you can press, and there's you can hear the characters talk. And then there's movies that play while you're watching it. The soundtrack plays while you're reading it. So it's very interactive, and I thought, well, if I'm going to do something special, if these guys, everyone sees something special in this, then I want to make it the most unique project. So I'm proud to say that it's probably less than a month from being completed finally. And when it comes out, I'm really looking forward. If you want to see a preview, I put 30 pages on the subreddit, which is about a third of the book. So,
oh, jeez, Seek, that's terrible marketing. That's what NBC did with every scene of Community that I gave them.
The thing is,
dump it online.
I do some marketing for a comic book company, and I do some editing. But the truth is, I'm not a business person. I'm not a salesperson. I just know how to take pieces of myself and share it with people.
Boo! Trump. That sounds awesome. That's fantastic news. Is that where are you at personally? What is your
so what that has done for me is when I thought about that I could check out any day, now I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what, I have goals and I don't want to check out anymore. I used to just be ready to go at any moment, and now I never had a 5-year plan. I never gave love a chance because I just was like, well, what's the point if I'm just going to go? Now I'm like, no, I'm here, so let's actually try to be human, and let's try to do some of this stuff, as flawed as I may be.
And you were telling me backstage that you started experimenting with racism. And that's really, yeah. See, you applaud, and then he turns out to be racist.
I'm sorry, New Zealand. I'm sorry.
How amazing would that be?
Yeah.
If you're like, and then I started, my dreams became my memories, and then I remembered, oh my God, I hate black people.
Yeah. Actually, I must hate white people because of all the things I've written since Soulstar, everyone says, "Where are your white characters?" I go, I think I hate them.
That's the only good kind of white person you can be. That's the only choice I could make. Like, I have to be racist, so I'm going to assume all white people are racist. That's my racism.
It's called Soulstar?
Oh, that's on Amazon. It's a superhero book.
Okay.
Elan Vital is this book.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that got out there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Elan Vital is called. It's based on a French theory philosopher that he thought you could transfer the human soul into an inanimate object. So the book's very meta. I not only is the robot, does he have a soul transferred into him, but he actually has my soul. So in the book you're reading, he has my memories. So you actually see me go from the hospital to where I am now in the book through his memories, and then also this is me transferring my soul into this book.
So why did he wipe out humanity if he got your soul? There's an anger.
We've established he's a racist. He's just racist against humans.
Yeah.
Is it like?
Yeah. Well, what I've noticed is what you guys were talking about earlier, gun control. Like I'm on obviously your side with it. I hate anything that takes human life. And I hate that.
The number one thing, humans.
Yeah. And I hate that there's even a debate about it. To me, that's insanity. And I know why. Obviously, I know money's involved and everything, and people in power. But so I thought, what would I do? How would I save the world? And so Elan, he doesn't want to kill anyone. I would never want to kill anyone. So he releases an airborne virus that renders everyone sterile. And so this generation of humanity is the last generation.
Ah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except now what you've done is you've forced natural selection to leave only people who can afford Teslas to breed.
Well, actually, he before I actually mentioned that in the book, he shuts down the power to all the Teslas. But all those chambers.
Guy's smart.
Yeah. He all those chambers that air seal you in, he shuts them all down before he does it.
Yeah.
Clever robot.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that idea. Making everyone stare. Yeah, I mean that would be nice.
So hot.
You know what would be sad?
So hot.
Is if you could render them not only sterile but also kind of sexless, so that they could. This would be tragic, but also beautiful. That they could spend their last generation of humanity could actually give you some hope for humanity, because everybody would be like, well, I don't have all these because don't you think hormones are
what he does is there is I don't want to spoil the ending, but I definitely touch on things like that towards the end of the story.
I'm just trying to make it because around my 42nd birthday I was like, I don't really want to jerk off anymore. And then I see those commercials where the guy catches a football and goes like, hey, I'm Coach Johnson. My dick stopped working, but my pharmacist said I could get dicula. Now, and then he throws the football really hard, and you watch it go into a pussy.
Always goes in. Yeah.
Why would they put a pussy and use a football? It's not even clever. And he's like, get your football back in a pussy with dicula. I'm like, dicula? That doesn't sound like a pill. Sounds like Dracula.
It does.
Coach Johnson.
It's a terrible commercial, but the point is the same. I'm like, I saw the commercial and I'm like, but these are the best days of my life.
Yeah.
I'm like friends with women.
These are the salad days.
I feel like I'm a better person since I became kind of more like a fucking. Yeah, I don't call you anymore because you know why?
Dick doesn't work. What the fuck are you? What are you saying? Yeah. My dick doesn't work, so I don't return Schrab's text. But he invites me over. What the
Well, Wheaton, what do you have to say about all this?
I don't want you to come over now. Weird. Seriously.
Since I'm 43 now, and I've spent the last year trying to throw a football at a tire swing, and I cannot do it. And it's because I would rather be having sex.
Yeah. Well, good for you. Must be nice. I like
terrific.
Minecraft.
I like
I
Minecraft.
play Minecraft too.
Yeah.
And you still fuck women? God damn it. Well, then life just isn't fair.
It's not.
Some of us, you get to be on a. We're the same age. When I was a kid, you were the kid on Star Trek.
I was.
Now we're both the same age, and you're the guy who plays games for a living and fucks while he's playing Minecraft.
Not while I'm playing Minecraft. I really need. I really need to be focused because I got a whole set of diamond armor that I don't want to lose because I got fucking
If you know
knocked.
what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I've worked a long time on my crafting table, if you catch my drift. And I just
and
want
the Minecraft's important too.
Yeah.
And she's good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's give Seek our two-handed hug. We went till 10 o'clock.
I think it's a great show.
I already know you don't. I mean, you don't care. You hate
played a great game
Shadowrun.
of non-fantasy role-playing games earlier.
Yeah.
We hit our quota.
Yeah, I kind of made you obsolete with my werewolfing.
Yeah, and then Will Wheaton made me dead.
Yeah,
It was all part of the long game.
It was a good move. I would have done it. That's what always happens. Is I always am too smart and get killed right off the bat.
But that means, we have to substitute the game of Shadowrun, which is usually just a rip-roaring show closer. And the only other thing I can think of is a rap, right, Dustin? Right, sounds good. All right, here we go. So, all right, he just needs a minute.
Give him a minute,
Well,
man.
let's spend that minute.
Give him a minute.
I got a beat.
You got a beat?
No.
Wait, what?
Batman's got a beat.
I don't want anybody's sloppy ass beatboxing. I'm gonna rap clean tonight.
Rap it clean.
Like I need a clean tempo. I don't want somebody like nervous. Oh my god, I'm beatboxing beat. It's like too sloppy.
Too sloppy. Let's do it right. Let's do it nice, decent, decent for once. Let's have a decent rap with some good rhymes. And a whack ass beat. Come on.
Look for God damn it, the particulate. What's the goddamn the despondent?
The reticulate.
Counterpart with J.K. Simmons, who I've known since Law and Order. And posers like you just remember from
when he was naked on Oz. Yeah.
Look for that. That sounds awesome. Is that going to be?
It'll be out at some point next year.
Okay.
It's going to be a while.
And Will just wants you to fucking stop buying these guns, you cocksuckers.
That's pretty much sums up
all he has
my
to
whole
plug.
position on life.
That's it. But do you want to plug anything or?
No, I'm on hiatus.
I mean, what?
I'm just being a writer right now.
Tabletop is surprisingly addictive.
Thanks, man.
I would.
Big surprise. What do you mean, surprisingly?
Because on paper, there's no shame in saying that on paper it sounds like a crazy idea to play to watch people play a tabletop
I like
game.
the idea.
God damn it!
I was so excited about it and so passionate about it, and I felt so I never felt any pressure because I don't have to make a network happy, so I just had to make a thing that made me happy, and I felt like, look, if the audience comes along, great, and if the audience doesn't come along, well, I really had a good time making this.
Yeah.
That's what I care about.
That's why. I mean,
it never occurred to me, oh God, what if this doesn't work? Because I was like, that wasn't the goal.
That's what's so great
about it. The goal was
about
like,
it.
can I make the
of course,
thing?
you wouldn't be thinking that and apologizing for it in your head. That's what's neat though, is there are people who understand that shit, and there are people who don't. Yo, light the fire up. Yo, light the fire up. Yo.
Light the fire on fire. Put the logs in the fire and set them on fire. Gonna sit around the fire until we get tired. On a camping trip, roasting marshmallows. Gonna fuck your mama every way with the fellas. I'm sorry, that sounds rapey. Just start over. Yo, let's just go camping. And then maybe we'll start vamping on the piano. I'm gonna bring a piano camping. Some people call me eccentric. My name is Eccentric 2B4. I'm a new kind of rapper, put my dick through the floor. I like to crouch down and put it between the boards, and I fuck it so low. I found some gourds. I lift them out and I look at the seeds and I throw them in the garden because that's what my family needs. Need some food that is organic. I wanna fucking eat it cause I don't wanna panic about environments and climate change. I fuck your mama in the city, fuck your mama on the range. Yip, haw, yee-haw. Rope them doggies like my name was Mr. Saw. Mr. Saw is the name of a character I made up in the fan fiction blog about the Saw series. I only saw the movies in the theater and I didn't know that the character's name was Jigsaw because I wasn't raised in that kind of a support system where I could just DVR it. I had to go to the movie, watch it once, run home and write fan fiction. You know how hard that is, honky? Yo, so when you go home tonight and I'm under your bed when you turn out the lights, just tell them that Eccentric 2B4 was sent you. I don't know, but I can tell them too because I'll be there. Like, I'm not gonna do anything. I just like to sleep under the bed. Just here's the bridge, which is do the bridge, the Vincent Price bridge. Yeah. Turn out the light. Yeah. When you turn out the light tonight. Turn out the light tonight. Sugar, salt, mustard, ketchup, and parsley. Put them in the cabinet. All right. That's Harmontown. Amy Berg, Will Wheaton, Zeke Donnelly sharing his life with us. Rob Schrab, he did all right. It's all right what he does. It's touch and go. Zach the audio maniac from Meltdown, working the chords and the decibels. Justin Marshall producing everything in the Feral Audio Network. Kevin Day out there somewhere providing you streamers with your web service. Chris Baruff making sure that the 5 cameras are cutting the right way. And all of the people in Kansas.
Did you get any of that?
It's a good show.